Hello, welcome. Okay, I just needed to stop myself from going down in a downward spiral earlier, not that long ago, a few minutes ago. And so I just want to say kind of what I went through and hoping that this will help someone else. And I'm hoping, plus I'm also going to read from this book, Parallel Universes of Self by Frederick Dobson. I know it's backwards. If you want the title, comment below. It's such a good book. It's thick, but it's such a good book. Like, I just can't. It's such a good book. So earlier I got triggered, and something that really, really triggers me, but it's about, because it has to do with a pattern that I've repeated for years and years and years and years and years. And so I know it's a repeating pattern. I know when that fear comes up. I know when I get triggered, and it gets me super emotional. Like, I just want well up. Not good thoughts. Not good thoughts at all. Because when you repeat something for so long, over and over again for so many years, right? You really begin, you believe that, right? So deep, that's why you keep repeating. But also it makes you go, oh my God, I'm doing it again. And that's like a panic thing. That's like a panic for me. I'm like, oh no, not again. Like, I want to stop this. And so, we need to decide, right? I'm going to stop this because I really see what I'm doing. I'm going there again. And you start by going there again with your mind, right? And then it brings in everything else in your life. So then it feels like a full-on failure in so many ways, right? But how of course I ask my God, angels, God, source, universe, like, okay, I need your help right now. I don't want to, first of all, you got to release the emotion, cry, let the tears come. I was doing some tapping to EFT tapping. If you're not sure what that is, you can look up EFT tapping or tapping on YouTube, tons of videos. So I was doing some of that. And then I was breathing, and I was just aware fully. I was listening to my thoughts, right? Oh, wow. Oh my God. Feeling them. So sometimes I would go into that feels so horrible. And then other times it was like, oh, interesting. Okay, Diana, remember, none of these are true. In the past, so our mind always refers to the past because we don't know our future. So it goes to the past all the time, right? When we get triggered about something and it's like, it feels like so familiar. Oh my God, here it happens again. It's happening again. And so we go to the past because that's what we grab onto. We can grab onto that. But knowing that, okay, the more I go to the past, the more I focus on the past, the more that's going to repeat over and over again. And so then I was doing that. I brought myself to more like a neutral by the breathing and the tapping. And then I had a video to do for YouTube, which I just finished. And I read this passage, and I wanted to read it out here too, because it really helped me. And I was reading this afternoon. And it's about your awareness, where you put your focus and your awareness. And he talks a lot about quantum physics in this book too, parallel universes. So the moment you are not looking at something, it does not exist. And we know that from quantum physics. And so I'm reading that. I'm like, oh, yeah, when you're so hyper-focused on something, it exists in every cell of your body. You can feel it. The emotions are there. The thoughts are there. The beliefs are there. It's like, it's there. But if you're not focused on it, so let's say if I was instead now in front of the ocean looking at a beautiful sunset, if we happen to have freaking nice weather ever where I live, I could enjoy that. So then I would be focused on the sunrise. But my messy house, that was, it's not that bad, right? I wouldn't notice it. So in other words, in those moments that I'm hyper-focused and really watching and enjoying that sunset, my messy house at home doesn't exist because all my thoughts are on the sunset, and I'm allowing myself to feel also the beauty and be experiencing it, right? When you keep on focusing, and it becomes more feelable, more solid, more meaningful, and ultimately more real. And that goes with ideas, right? Kind of a lot. Beliefs are solidified thoughts that have been focused on so long and with such emotion and trust that they start accumulating similar thoughts and emotions and turn into a package of thought forms we call beliefs. So our beliefs, right? And then our beliefs create our behaviors, our thoughts. And so we just keep repeating, right? If it's something we don't really want. Believing is the result of intense concentration. So notice during the day, where am I focusing most of the time? What am I putting most of my emotion into? What am I putting so much focus and attention to, right? Things you no longer focus on start moving into the background, the backdrop of life, losing their relevance to your current experience. So I was reading this again, and I just read it. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. So where am I focused? On the thing I'm really triggered about, the thing I'm really upset about, the thing I'm scared to keep repeating. That was where my hyper focus was. So I'm like, whoa. So I need to take my focus away from that. That's letting go and surrendering, right? You take your focus away. But again, we need to put it on. For me, I need to put it on something, but I actually need to kind of go to neutral first. So instead of that focus and the emotions and everything, either I cry it out, I was doing my tapping, letting the tears roll, and then breathing, right? Inhale 4, exhale 6. You could say a mantra, and I like to say things like, everything's always working out for me. God, source, universe is helping me. I am being guided every way. I am safe. I am safe. I am safe. I am loved. Like I will say things. I will say things to keep my mind in the present moment. Or you can focus on your body, right? And you remember, your attention can travel anywhere. Anywhere. It has no limits. So we're not limited where our attention goes. We feel it's impossible. Oh my God, I'm stuck in this. I can't get out of this. If you're stuck in emotions, thoughts, and beliefs, you can get out of that for sure, right? Energy, real measurable energy, is electricity or magnetism, and emotion goes where attention goes. And we know that. The intention in most people, so most people focus on the outside world, on the problems, on what they see in their circumstance. And we know through the law of attraction, if you're focused on what you don't like in your immediate place, you're not going to be happy there, and you're just going to create more of it, right? Rather than being okay, anyways, I don't need to read that part. Instead of looking for the truth out there, start examining you. So of course, it's like, where are my thoughts? Where's my focus been? Where's my attention been? Because if my environment or something that's happened to me is repeating or I'm not happy with, I'm the one who has been creating it. So I'm the one that now gets to change it. And remember, every next moment is a new moment. So remember, when we get triggered, when we get frustrated, when we're in that downward spirally, we're always usually focused on what happened in the past or what's happening right now, referring it to the past, right? Oh my God, here it goes again. See, I knew this would happen. It's happening to me. Where is your focus? On the past and all the bad things? No, you need to neutralize that and then move it forward. Focus your attention on something for any given moment and time span. That is what you need to do. So I'm going to refocus. And you need to kind of relax your mind. And that's why I said the tapping or the breathing to relax your state of being. So your focus goes right away to your body, to relaxing your state of being. You know, mantras, whatever, like beautiful music in the background. I'm fully focused in the present. I'm fully focused in the present. I'm fully, right? Because you're safe in the present. And then when you start to do that, it relaxes your body. And then you work on the what you now want to focus on. Focusing your attention, no matter on what, will slow the flow of thoughts, calm the restless mind, and bring your energy back to where it belongs. So you can get out a candle and stare at a candle flame. And do some good breathing and just slow things down, right? Slow things down. Focus on something. The power to change reality does not come from a sense of lack or neediness, but from happiness that is not dependent on outside circumstances or people that need to change before you change, right? So sometimes that's where so much of our focus on is our unhappiness and our frustration and anything. Bring back to you. Bring back to that neutral state. And another way of focusing by defocusing. So another way to do is defocusing, which means you stop focusing on what the thing is that you don't want to happen anymore. And putting your attention on neutral. Third, I'm reading through the book, is focusing on something with the intention of getting into vibratory or energetic synchronicity with it. Everything consists of energy, And it's all the same one energy vibrating at different frequencies, at different rates, or at different densities. This means that by solidifying thoughts, focusing your thoughts, they become dense. They turn into physical, material, everyday reality, right? Where we focus, the more emotions. It's the way I think about it, and I think everything in pictures, and it's like the more you focus on something, it compress it, it gets denser and denser. So when our thoughts, when we're airy, when we're out here, when we're breathing, when we're just in beautiful awareness of everything around us, it's like this floaty energy that's really dissipated. But when we contract, right, we get more dense, we get more sad, we get more everything. We contract, we bring everything into a solid matter. So you got to watch what you're doing that with. With everything good, you could do it with all good thoughts, all positive thoughts, happiness, joy, and you're bringing that more solidified into your life, and then pretty soon your life that around you is going to show more of this happiness, this joy, whatever you've wanted to create. So that is how important where your focus is. And it doesn't mean that you can't get angry, you can't be mad, you can't be upset. No, it's just don't sit in it for very long periods of time. Right? Focus on something for 60 seconds and you are vibrating at that same rate. But that is whole body focus. That's like, I'm focusing, I'm breathing, I'm seeing it. And that can be like watching a beautiful sunset. We can get really immersed in it, right? Focused on something for 3 minutes and you are starting to attract it into your life. And if you've ever sat and tried to focus on something for 3 minutes, it's actually harder than you think. Because social media and TikTok and I watch reels and stuff, it gets us so distracted. We have such a small attention span. So one of the best things you can do to help reduce anxiety, help reduce this downward spiral, help reduce this worry and fear is to learn the power of focus. Power of focus on good things, positive things, neutral things, right? The power of focus. Oh, I love this, what he says. This is what happens when you mix attention with intention, right? So we want to have our attention on our intentions. I think that's just so simplistic, yet so powerful, right? Well, I hope that helps somebody today because it really helped me. And now that I've talked about this twice, I feel so much better. And now I am going to go focus more, read more of this book, really get in the state of faith, trust, and belief, and attention, and focusing where I want my attention to be, what my positive intentions are now, because I want to break the pattern that I have been repeating, break the cycle, choose new. So we can have these reoccurring things come up, our old patterns, our old behaviors, our own thoughts, they do come up. It's not like they just disappear that fast. But you catch them right away and you're able to go through this process and then choose. In each new minute, you can choose to be different. And that's how we create that change and stop these patterns, is because in each new minute, we're like, oh, I'm going back into it. No, I'm choosing not to be in that pattern anymore. Next minute, right? So it's kind of takes that discipline of your mind, your thoughts, your feelings, plus putting in faith, trust, and belief, putting in words like this, reading a book, watching a video, that helps you get into that state, right? Get into that state and go, oh yeah, that makes sense. Oh yeah, right? Because if we're left to our own thoughts for too long, they go backwards into the fault, into the old beliefs, into the putting ourselves down. And, that's just a mess. You don't want to be there. So when you're in that kind of downward spiral, for me, bring yourself to neutral. And then I always need to go to somewhere for thoughts, as in a video, a book, mantras, affirmation type things, just to get me moving forward, right? And that's what you do. Well, that's what I did, and it really helped me. And remember tapping, EFT tapping, or some other energy modality to move the energy, to reset your nervous system, bring your nervous system back down to a calmer state. Of course, breathing, meditation, walking in nature, grounding, get on bare feet, on the grass, on the ground, breathe in, look up at the sun, breathe in the beautiful sun. If we had some now, I'd be doing that. Energy, and tell yourself you're safe, you're okay, everything's all right. This is a new moment. I'm choosing something different now. I'm choosing something different now. All right, have an absolutely amazing night. Hello to whoever's watching. Feel free to share this video if you think someone else might really need to see it. And it's also going to be up on YouTube. My YouTube is Diana Marchand. All right, so much love to you. Bye.